a bag today. Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available island-wide.
At Bloombox, we now carry and are fully stocked in granola fertilizers. Urea 46%, great for leafy green, 15-15-15, great for all vegetables or young fruit trees. 20-20-20, best for foliar spray and seedlings and small vegetables. 12-12-17, great for tree crops or flowering vegetables and fruits. 12-24-12, root crop fertilizer like dasheen and white potato. 12-4-28, great for tree crops or flowering vegetables and fruits. Red potash for fruit trees and vegetables. All the fertilizers you need are available at Bloombox, located on Federation Drive, Goodwill, second property on the right after the Valley Link Road. Your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
The Stadium Forecourt comes alive with the Flavors of the World Festival, Sunday, September 20th, from 2 to 9 p.m. A global celebration you don't want to miss. Taste delicious dishes from Haiti, China, Jamaica, Dominica, Venezuela, India, the United States, Africa, and Cuba. Live on stage, Michael Henderson, Mary Pascal, Lily Octave, Dave, Joy Stout, Sai, The Web, Shanice, the legendary swinging stars, plus Indian dancers, singers, a thrilling martial arts expert, and in harmony, cultural presentations, and more. Dedicated kids zone and gaming zone, plus live food competition. One lucky patron will win a round-the-trip ticket on Sunrise Airways. Tickets at Bullseye Pharmacy, Next Connects, Deepex Scholar Lab, and ticketandpass.com. Brought to you by Archipelago Trading Limited, J. Astephen and Company, HHB Whitchurch, Belfast Estate, Fine Foods Inc., Kyrie FM, Q95, DNO, Vibes Radio, DBS, the Government of Dominica, and more. Flavors of the world, one day, many nations, endless flavor. Ride the storms. Ride the storms. Q95.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. When the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job started, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
Take advantage of NCCU's Momentum loan and get the support you need for whatever stage you are in life with a tiered interest rate and exclusive emergency fund component. Let NCCU's Momentum hook you up. Call 255-2126. Email membercare@nccudominica.com or visit any NCCU location for more details. Your phase, your pace.
Match 5. Born in Dominica, made for Dominica. A jackpot game just for you. Match 5 for the people, by the people. Keshoy put tout Dominicain. The wait is over, Dominica. Match 5 is here to bring the excitement home. And so away. Who is ready for the lucky win? Jackpot starts at $10,000. Presented by the Dominica National Lottery.
All right, Dominica, good morning to you. And welcome this Wednesday. I know the Belfast people got a scare last night, boy. The Rosa River was raging. Another reminder of this huge wall promised to protect the people of the Belfast area. A scare there for the Belfast people. Good morning, Belfast. Good morning. Yes, the Rosa River was raging last night. We're going to have an open line this morning for at least for a while. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning, madam. How you doing?
Good. I thought about you last night, Blue. I thought about you.
Thank you for thinking about it. Madam, I'm our distance from the river, I'm on the incline I am there, you know where I am.
Yes.
But this after storm is a calm. It's really true. But you know that remind me of Hurricane Dean and Erica. The kind of where the rain was falling, the rain just coming some wind just after 6 o'clock there. And before you hear it, but I've never heard the river like that after Dean and Erica. Man, that was just roaring as tons. Oh my God. I said, what? What happened there? Only to find out the river that was just roaring last night. But thank God, it didn't stay for too long. Maybe about an hour or so after that, 2 hours, everything just went down. I think Snow Corner area there, it was just terrible up there also. I understood in Lale Coco had a little flooding. I don't know how true that is. I just seen things on video.
Minor flooding, minor.
That's minor. But last night was a roaring lion with the Baffert State River. I pray to God one day they will put the river wall to us.
But how long ago you guys were promised the river wall?
Matt, I will tell it to you live and direct. Matt, after Hurricane Dean, Roosevelt Skerrit, and once I call in the name properly for you, Roosevelt Skerrit and Ambrose George stand up right in the corner. You know where I live in. The house after me, the house in the end. And they said that they were going to put a bridge and a wall there. Man, right there and then, as God is my witness, they gave the cost of the bridge to the and the wall to the $6 million. Just like the tailor, this man in this, and that's in the Nelson song. You could see a man coming around a corner, and you can say exactly how this is going to fit him. Well, them men stood up there and they said exactly what it's going to cost to put the bridge and the wall. But see, shortly, Hurricane Dean came in 2007. Then Erica came, and then after Erica, then the rest of the bridge just went down totally. So from since 2007.
So are you seeing any light in the tunnel? Do you think that wall will be built after all these years?
Well, what's her name? Shikwana, what's her name? The pirate
Sharika. Yes, I know.
No matter what it costs, she will get a bridge to put there, but there doesn't need a Bailey bridge. A Bailey bridge cannot come that place there, man. You have to know what you're doing for a bridge. Because when the bridge was and they run that sewer line on it, I can remember a day like today. That man from Baffert State, he always called in the radio, he was in the helping the people in the area.
Packet.
Packet called me and Packet called the media and to see what them people were doing on that bridge. And Packet said, boy, what are you going to put that heavy thing on the bridge? That's going to be a disaster. That will come down. I'm so sad to them with the help of that heavy sewer line they run on that bridge that didn't have no strength. We just help the bridge to go down with Erica. And that was Erica Dean. And that was a real problem. One of them. But nothing, I don't know when they'll do it. Only God alone that know. But last night, thank God, after storm is a calm. No crying over spilled milk. Bye-bye, man.
Bye-bye. Boy, Shakira under some pressure. Yesterday, the roads, some people now from Lubia is saying, Matt, you see what we were talking about yesterday? We spoke about the roads now. The residents in that area above the green supermarket was blocked. The power rep needs to educate these people high up Leopoldville, not to dump things in the river and cause blockages during heavy rain. So residents up there in that area, because yes, there was an overspill. I saw that last night. So the river was already making its way on the road. The people living in the higher area, Leopoldville, please avoid dumping. Help your power. And stop dumping things in the river. You know we're in that hurricane season, so be very, very careful. You too can help in that process. So please Rep advise the people there in that area, Liverpoolville. I suspect they never learned. Somebody suggesting after Maria. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yeah, Matt, morning. I doesn't call radio like that again. If it's not to win a prize or ask a question. But yeah, that you listen to me carefully. I'm not in politics thing with them.
All right.
The same set of people that wanted to kill me 2019 when Shakira said next day the Emzol Bridge and Ambrose was sweat from 2014. That is from where I following back here when I come back to Dominica from 2014. Ambrose was the next day under my umbrella he leave from my dead end there to come in Paradise Valley. Two people died in Paradise Valley.
Yes,
Kobe
yes.
and Billy, Clinton and David Lewis, R.I.P. Thursday, the 27th of August, 2015. In 3 days' time or 2 days' time will be 10 years and 1 month since. And Shakira said next day, I don't know if it's tomorrow. Fast forward. Last night, praise God, nowhere safe, but my mother property on the safer side. 90% of the laborers are living on the other side. They was like as though what happening. That is just show you when you're in fall, it's falling on everybody. Remember, it's still they wanted to kill me when I talk about things. They talk about school, oh, this and that and that. But no, last night I tell him I seen Hurricane Maria, tropical storm, Hurricane Bean, and Erica. That the free one that package for that 2.5 hours because I never see that happen like that. That some big boulders. If you see the river and from my dead end bridge, and remember all of them is labor, they labor. Everybody one day like what happening if it's Batman and Robin, they one day like they're watching people because now everybody when people talk is like as though well your bodies when it's in your doorstep or under your bed, then you understand. That is just a simulation exercise to come because Dominicans too wicked. Before you talk it's like that, but I telling you, workers don't feeding me. Labor to feeding me, I feeding myself after the good God. That alone I have to say is watching them. Labor Katwava here till 2019 and I was scared to stay there. And some of them, 90% of them, used to just watch their faces. You can see this gruntness, their bitterness, and then the hating people when they speak out. Like as though they're hell if I'm workers, hell if I'm labor. I do my own thing. What that waking me up and feeding me. I do kissing no power ass. Shakira is a waste of time.
Caller, thank you. Let's stick to the issues, huh? All right. 449-3095. I think I spoke to So last night who said he may have lost a wall in that process. Maybe we'll talk to him a little later. Hello, So, the caretaker of the Roseau Central constituency. Glenroy So Coffee. Hello, talk to him on the telephone, yes?
I say love, life, light, healing, joy, gratitude, courage, and sacrifice. Mr. Pelty, blessings again.
Blessings to you.
And it's just a review of what happened. Matu connaît ça qui l'ouage avec Zéclé.
Oui, moi connais ça.
Dis-moi ça en anglais.
Sound done light and blessed. Sound done light.
Wadix! I want Wadix to give me a course. Matt, you're discussing what the lightning and thunder and the rain and all of that. That's what you're discussing.
Yeah?
Or is it an open line?
No, it's an open line. It's an open line, but we just concentrated on what happened in Bathurst last night. Yes.
Let me come right back to what happened yesterday. Zikle Evelaf Luwaz. Matt, quickly. Matt, who you had yesterday? Felix Gregon. What's the gentleman's name?
Mr. Jean-Jacques.
Mr. Jean-Jacques. I want to tell Felix Gregoire. He said that if everybody was thinking like blessings, Dominica wouldn't have nobody. All you're not thinking like me and all you destroy the country. So you can't blame me and Mr. Felix Gregoire. All you're not thinking like me and all you destroy the country. Young people are hopeless and they're disembarking Dominica like a sinking ship. Matt, let us talk about yesterday. I might come back to that if I am still listening. Matt, you see, if you love people sincerely, genuinely, Matt, it cannot be about your immediate family. I wanted to intertwine that with what I just said, but I will come back to that maybe on the second call or maybe no calls again. Matt, for the amount of money that administration have handled, millions and millions and millions for disasters, grant money, not loans, Matt, grant money for the enhancement of Roseau, Maria, Erica, everything, Matt, COVID. not to talk about passports, man. But would you want to agree with me, even if it's a little zogonyo, pity muscle? Would you want to agree with me a little bit, Matt? Dominica should be way on top, Matt.
Yes, I somewhat agree with you, Blessings, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. Matt, basic necessities, infrastructure wise, social, economical, and environmental, political wise, Matt. Like, let us say, employment. Let us say the dilapidated infrastructure we have had for so many decades, Matt. And they refuse to do anything of significance where you have people dying. Any little thing, you remember Erica, Matt? You remember Erica, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we lose some people. I mean, even up in your area, Lubian, you know, those places there where things happen. I mean, you talking about how educated people are these days and they're experts and they're professionals and they could not have foresaw or foresee all what has happened. But after that, Matt, what they did, they just clean under all the culverts. They just clear all the ravines. Matt, have you seen anything in preparation for something of the same magnitude or even worse? Have you seen it, Matt?
No, not really, not really. I think they need to do a lot more.
Okay, the same little culvert. By Fafa, I remember there was a disaster. The same little culvert. Nothing, Matt, of significance. But man building mansion. So yesterday, Matt, I heard about all the disaster. I'm not a social media person. I do not like scrolling, because my eyes, I need to protect my sight is not as it used to be. But I'm just saying, Matt, when will Dominicans ever learn? According to the brother, when the rain falls, it doesn't just fall on one man's house top. Red, blue, green. Now, all of us catching hell in that country. It doesn't matter who we support, who we vote, who we obsess and fanatical about. Dominicans, I pray, I asking, although I see a lost cause, but I still keep in a little zogonyo pity muscle hope that Dominicans can rise up from the slumber of that level of obsession, the preoccupation with one man. And no matter how much mansion he build, and no matter how poor and unemployed they and the children get, frustration over everything, they killing one another, you have very little to live for, does not value life too much. And it's not just his or her life, the lives of others means nothing to them. Matt, these criminal activities in Dominica need to come to a halt by any means necessary. Thank you.
Somebody complains, man, the same thing that is happening in Kinfield East. There's a certain person who threw garbage in the ravine, and when it's raining, the garbage blocks the ravine, and the water is coming closer to the houses in that area. So again, people, manage your garbage. Don't throw it in the ravines, huh? Help your pal reps. Help your pal reps. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning to you, Mato.
Morning to you, morning.
Yeah. I hope you had a good day yesterday.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yeah. Mato, an observation as to the Hampstead area, and that bridge was undermined by a particular gentleman that was doing some work for government. It was undermined, and then the bridge fell. Matter is quite a while, and that's affecting us in the Northeast so bad. Yeah, and then sometimes we have to postpone And just imagine that road going down to Portsmouth. That is the road to one of the main fortunes where a lot of activities is happening, where a lot of farmers, hucksters, and whatever go on shipping their stuff to earn a decent living. Matter we have cried tears as to for us to be able to get government on a whole to look after that bridge. And up to now, yeah, I don't know if you will send videos, but if by chance you would see video as to the few showers that passed, and who not stay north, who is had to stay east. Matter it's unfortunate, and like the gentleman just say, we recovered so much money after those disasters. It have what you have to be able to see, have the foresight to give priority. That bridge should have been a priority for us. But matter on a Richter scale of 10, I'll put it that way and I'll close. On a Richter scale of 10, and if I am on a Richter scale of 10, and 8 persons are not speaking, although they have been affected even more than myself, who are me to even make enemy? Who are me to go speaking to make enemy? And like gentlemen say, when you speak, it's like you every getting your politicking. But matter it is sad and it is unfortunate. But matter what you can do in due time, do a little research on that Hampstead Bridge, because it is really affecting us when it's real. We actually are shutting down there from certain part of the country. And that is one of the main routes to the airport as well. Very, very interesting. Mato, have a good one, man.
Have a great day. Again, persons who live above these areas, avoid throwing things in the ravine, huh? I hear the experts talking about it all the time. Unless government just fulfill sometimes, many promises have been made about bridges and culverts. Ella, talk to me on the telephone. Call, are you there? You're not. We're going to take a quick break. We come back.
Yummy. Looking for something sweet, chewy, delicious, or even crunchy? We've got you covered. Mars and Wrigley's product perfect pick for all your sweet tooth cravings. Available in M&M's, Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, Skittles, and even gummies. So next time your cravings are at an all-time high, choose Mars and Wrigley's.
Available at Fine Foods Inc. distribution or your favorite supermarket island-wide.
Match 5. Born in Dominica, made for Dominica. A jackpot game just for you. Match 5 for the people, by the people. Keshoy put tout Dominicain. The wait is over, Dominica. Match 5 is here to bring the excitement home. And so way. Who is ready for the lucky win? Jackpot starts at $10,000. Presented by the Dominica National Lottery.
Do It Center shoppers, we have exciting news. Your favorite home improvement destination just got a major upgrade. Get ready to experience the all-new Do It Center online store. Fresh look, same great products, and super user-friendly. Find what you're looking for in a snap. Need assistance? We've got you covered. Connect with our live chat agents for real-time assistance. But that's not all. Introducing the convenience of seamless online payments with reliable delivery service straight to your door. Shopping for quality products has never been this easy. Don't miss out. Visit store.doitcenterdominica.com and experience the new era of our online shopping. Do It Center, your partner in home improvement.
The Johnson family and friends, in collaboration with the Dominica Cancer Society, presents Songs and Rhythm in support of cancer care. This benefit concert will be held at the Alliance Française from 7 p.m. on Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Tickets are only $50 under the distinguished patronage of Her Excellency Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Songs and rhythm will feature the following acts: Tyson Johnson and Family, Mikael Henderson, Janae Jackson, Niall Grove, Stillpan, and Royat Daniel and Vernella Dumas. Get your $50 tickets at the Cancer Society office. Call 767-316-7326 or from Tyson Johnson at 245-8994 and Davis Later 265-3607.
Together with you. Ooh, oh, oh. KFC. Ooh, oh, KFC. Looking for some place to go. Eagles for soul. KFC. Grab your family and your friends. Join in the experience. KFC. It's the best to be. Made for you and me. KFC. KFC. It's finger licking good.
Let's go back to the telephone, 854. Hello, yes?
Good morning to you, Martin. How do you do, sir?
Hey, how you doing? Glenroy Coffee.
No problem, man. How are you? How have you been?
Good. Well, I was a little concerned about you. I heard you lost your wallet in that rafting last night, that raging river.
Well, Matt, let me say good morning to you and to your many listeners in Dominica and outside of Dominica. Matt, interestingly, it's not just about what transpired last night. It's what existed before all of this. And if we have to process what transpired over the years, we would see how clearly, how wicked and negligent this government is, and saying they are caring for people. Not since 2015, we had Storm Erica. We had some ravages, major ravages. I mean, the river has had its time and toll on the riverbed and has encroached in many respects close to people's houses and even undermined. And we have 4 houses of the road that have been, devastated, or let's say, a good amount of the houses, or a good chunk of the houses have been demolished by the river. And that is knowledge that the government has. And there is no way I'm going to say his government is responsible. I'm saying when you had that establishment of that scheme, so I'm going to need the background and get to the point. When I came here at first, when I bought here in Barbara Street, I was about 50 feet from the river. I had about 50 feet of land, which means that there was properly buffered. And obviously, there was no immediate threat as it appeared at the time. But subsequent to that, and over time, gradually, the river has had impact on taking aspects of the land, and that reduced to next to nothing now. And so, Matt, we leave Hurricane America, now we have to go to Maria 3 years later in 2018. Matt, the river again did what it had to do. And we have been calling on this government to say, look, we know the situation in this area, that there in Barbara State, Paradise Valley, particularly going right up, there needs a retaining wall, right? A retaining wall. We need a river wall, in basic language, a river wall. And we say, one, that would actually reduce the incidence of undermining. Because once you have a wall, the undermining would stop. It's the undermining that is the greatest threat to the people around. And it's the undermining is the greatest threat to completely have this area swept away. If the undermining continues, subsequently that's what will happen. So a retaining wall would have been the preferred option for this area. Many persons, experienced, non-experienced, young, old, they have expressed their sentiments with respect to us having a wall. I don't know if the government is bad. The Prime Minister himself after Maria came here, we had a brief chat. Himself admits or where he was standing is the riverbed. And he admitted, well, yes, our retaining wall is something that they are considering and will be done. So much over time, as I told you, things happening. But interestingly, when the Emsall Bridge, the bridge serving between Emsall and Battersea, the Paradise area, that is to be a problem. And so every time that bridge blocks, it is to divert the water on the road in Paradise Valley. Since after Hurricane Maria and the bridge has been demolished, this has not been occurring because the water is free flowing now. But what is interesting about that water that is flowing, it is bouncing off against the Emsall Cliff. And when it does so, that water rush, it gives you back an inward push of 45 degrees into Paradise Valley. So right across a 45-degree angle, the water rushing back into Paradise Valley and causing that undermining, which has caused all the houses to have been undermined, and some of them even had total destruction or 50% destruction. And so that it continues and it continues. Not some time ago, the government, they put some light on the savannah, not light in our poles, and they about to do some lighting of it. It's a good project. I mean, good, local people were employed and so. But the savannah really not in a good state for lighting right now. There are things that should be done before the lighting. And not even come right now and look at the pole. Two of the poles are under threat because of what happened last night. Because if the river continued with the kind of push capacity it had the last night, it would have taken out this quarter of the savannah, and even you would not have seen two poles, you be like. And subsequently, the third one, closer to the football house, would have been in danger as well. And subsequently, of course, the football house would be in danger. Now, the government got money after Hurricane Maria. When the Prime Minister came here, we had a chat. Agents are on the ground taking data for the government. I said, look, while it is true that you are giving us some money to recover for what we lost, it doesn't really make sense. Stop the money and concentrate on the wall. That, to me, would be the biggest thing. And if government has to relocate the people out in the area, man, it would have been too expensive because a lot of people have been through on their houses, and it's not little dollars and cents that up there, $20 and cents. So the best option would be putting a retaining wall and to stop the evacuation of persons or the relocation. And the government is very stubborn and obstinate. I don't know if the government policy about, building a whole house to kill one rat, which is me. I don't know because I am tired of policies because there are things they are not doing. And the government is concentrating on all sorts of things, and they are not giving priority to Paradise Valley. Do you know after the hurricane, the Prime Minister declared Paradise Valley as a disaster area? And not only Paradise Valley, many other areas, but let us focus on Paradise Valley for now. He has declared this area a disaster area. You know what that means? A disaster area means that when an area is declared a disaster area, it means that people should be aware of even living in this area. And you know what happening to us right now? Even most insurance don't want to see anybody around from Paradise Valley because they will not insure the houses because they have a high risk. That is what we have. And since that declaration of a disaster area, the government has never seen fit to undeclare the area as being fit to live, which means that stigma of, a disaster area stays in people's mind and is like a threat. People are suffering. Most people out there in this area is only one piece of land, man, they own up there. And should they lose that piece of land and their house or their property, they will have no other option. They cannot go anywhere else. And the government refused to pay attention to more than 150 persons living up there in the immediate area. From by there and go up to the wall to come down. That would be something that would save the entire Battersea area. Because it's not what is happening now, Matt. It's not what is happening now. It's what will happen later. And so moving forward, fast forward, I realized, Matt, I had to do something for myself because I've been calling on the government on behalf of the people and on myself, and I've not been doing anything. But I took a loan. I spent $20,000 to put a wall, maybe not the best wall, the strength of wall that was needed, but at least I stopped what they call the undermining of the land. Mm-hmm. And so soil was not able to go down. And the river several times came down, and the wall was spared. But this time, that torrential rainfall and the force of that river, it could not have withstood it. And total destruction, it just might not seen anything. Even the stones after the hurricane, when they were dredging the river that they compiled, all the big stones now, they have all been eroded. They've gone downstream. And another disaster waiting to happen. If you look at the Silver Lake area, man, the government all of them to bank up sediment, their soil, sediment, or even tires and so. And they became a dumping site. Subsequently, what's going to happen is that when the river will take its rightful place and to overflow in the future, it will subsequently take that amount of soil sediment and bring it down. And as that is going to go down, what is going to happen is that the riverbed is going to fill up and you're going to have more overflowing and more undermining should that situation not be arrested. And the government is just continue to be wicked, and wicked. I don't know what they're looking for. The government is doing all sorts of things. We have a prime minister in Dominica who, I shouldn't go there, but I have to go there. I have to go there. You built a house in Dominica. You have a right to a house. You said it was a modest house. When you look at it, it's more than it. That is your problem. You subsequently moved to Mount Daniel. Your house still in Vegas. Then you told the world you're building another house with a massive wall around it. My friend, I don't know where the prime minister is getting his money. You can do that. But check money, check resources, CBI money. You see millionaires coming with $0 in the country, and they're living as big millionaires. And we have people suffering in this country. And many persons in Paradise Valley support the government, but they will not see fit to do what is right for the people, to save the little property that the people have. Forget me. I may be talking, and I wish it happened for all of us. But forget me. What about those that do not have any option, and that's all they own? And they're telling me that's what they're doing to the government. Not to see this government.
So you say this is a wicked government, Mr. Glenn?
This is a wicked government. And I don't know the power for this area. I don't know who is influencing her. I've not had an audience with her. I know she's a cordial person. I think she's easy to deal with and talk with. I know she's talking to the right people. I know I had a few discussions with some persons in the area. And to me, it turned out something as though we don't need a wall. And I don't know if she getting that message that we don't need a wall. Now, it is critical that a retaining wall, a river defense wall, should be constructed along the Paradise Valley area, not just in the immediate area, but higher up up there and there. That will solve the problem. Not that will solve the problem.
But you know, they say election is around the corner, so maybe you'll get another promise for another wall or maybe another bridge. You never know.
The promise has been made, and even now I will say too, another bridge should not go in the same location that it was before. You'd have to look at an alternate route, like from Johnson higher up and probably crossing over Silver Lake higher up. That would be an alternate route, because I think we need to examine too the cliff just as you're going up the back road as you're going up the back road in Goodwill there.
Yes.
That is another area that needs some attention. Anytime that cliff collapses, it will cut off the Rosa Valley. And so you need an alternate route early. And so they might have to look at examining the higher Envol area, like the Liveletter area going up there, and probably see how feasible it is to do that. They have the engineers, they will know how, they will do all their geotechnical studies and see how feasible it is to do so. I'm not to do that. They have the technical people. They have the technocrats in the Ministry of Communications and Work. But it shows you, Matt, that this government does not care about the welfare of the people. And they are doing all sorts of things. We are in about election in the air. Election in the end, people cannot live comfortably. People are dying. The economy is wrecked. And the government goes to that. Let me tell you something. I visited an area where CBI fund. It's funding an area in the Providence area going to blow down. And Matt, in that area has a bridge. And that is the best bridge I have seen constructed in Dominica. Nowhere in Dominica has a bridge like what is constructed at Providence going up through that there. I understood the project maybe managed by a former minister. I don't know all the details. But I'm telling you, I've been there and I saw the bridge. I've not seen any bridge like that. Why is it that CBI money can help some people and it cannot help the majority of people that need it? Is the government doing serious evaluation assessment during rainfall and see what is happening? Not have a problem there. And I don't know for the other areas, People, because it is quiet now, people think that nothing can happen. But Matt is what is to come, Matt. What I saw last night, Matt, that is not frightening. People actually left their homes and went to other areas to for rescue. Because you get some rolling under you. You just go your house that go in. The government just not doing what they have to do, Matt. And it's just so sad that you have a government that doesn't care about its people. And it's sad. And Matt, you must come up here to see it. And Matt, when necessary, I know you have links.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please get some international press to come to Paradise Valley? And some of the organizations that, before that came to Dominica, because a lady from Red Cross came here, and she said, this is a beautiful area, all they need is a retaining wall. She said, there's no need to relocate the people, you just need a retaining wall, and everybody will be all right. And she said, she can understand why the authorities would not look at it, because she came down to some assessment and gave some, social, giving to the people around. Some people got stipends, to recover some of their things. But really the threat to us still is the river. And the government doesn't seem fit to do anything. But what I saw last night, if there's more to come, we can say that very soon, Baba City will be no more a community.
Wow.
And that will obviously result in the city of Rosewood. The prime area of Rosewood will be lost and gone if that attention of a river wall is not given seriously. Because not only just in Paradise Valley, I just got a call, and a guy told me that even the area didn't have a deep flooding somewhere by the river. So I don't know, but that is what is happening. Subsequently, we need people to do some serious assessment. What are the people in the environment department doing? Are they out there doing their work? Who is recommending to the government? What is the government doing? Now, this has to go really serious. And I'm going to start with this thing because I cannot understand the government got so much money after hurricane. We still have our passport money. And for that situation to be existing, where the government declared Paradise Valley as a disaster area. 8 years later, 10 years later from Erica, we are in the same situation. And it will be worse now. That is so sad. And I haven't seen the power for a long time. I don't know who's advising us. But even the lights now, they are attempting to put on the back of the Taverna. I could also ask them to abort the whole project. Just forget about that light. Because until you address the situation in the world, there will be no Taverna in the near future.
Wow.
There will be no Taverna in the near future. We are concentrating on light. And the area is on the threat. People hold on the threat. I mentioned here and I'll repeat, some people will only have one property in their lifetime, which is owned in the Paradise Valley area. They will not have other areas to run from when they will be totally wiped out. And the government is not even considering that. So we are saying we already made the investment, the next best investment for this area. We as citizens, we as residents, we have done the investment. We purchased the property from government. They give us a core house. Some of us put it to the best we can to suit our needs and our family size. Some of us have gone further to invest and to expand. Most people have lost part of that already. The next big thing for us, or the next best investment, is government input to put a retaining wall, a river defense wall. And that, to me, will in the long term arrest the situation or arrest the future catastrophe that is ahead of us.
You've said it well, Glenroy Soso Coffee. A lot of food for thought there. Those who were listening, the authorities who were listening, I think Soso put it in perspective. Somebody else from the Barfisset area says, man, empty promises about Emsall Bridge. Why is the government bent on lying and fooling the people? More lies. Same Emsall Bridge. The Paradise Valley and Emsall people continue to allow Mr. Scary to lie to them. I think I got a voice from the grave this morning. Listen to this one.
PM, I have a little concern. I live in an area which you call Emsall, and you know the situation in Emsall when rain is falling or we have bad weather. Many people have when the government intended to construct this bridge.
And in addition to the bridge, you have to build very extensive river walls on both sides, especially on the Back Estate side.
That is true.
Paradise Valley. So you have to protect those areas there. And all those things you have to sort of retrain the river a little bit. So it is high engineering. As a matter of fact, we got a Dominican who is based in the United States to design that bridge for us. And he did an exceptional 23. We can see some startup on it, on that bridge. So I don't tell you February or March or something, but certainly I gave the folks an assurance that we'll get a powder base. Very anxious about that. She makes representation. Absolutely, it's one entry exit into MZOL, and that area in itself is highly compromised.
Yes,
highly compromised, and so there's strong justification for this new bridge.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of bridges, you also.
Did you hear my voice there?
But I understand if you have plans in your next year's budget for the construction of the MZOL Bridge.
Yes, the MZOL Bridge, the design has been completed. The design was done by a local Dominican engineer who's resident in the United States, as a matter of fact. So that design is completed. The ministry was tasked with the responsibility of designing the approaches to the bridge. Because as you know, the bridge, the river there is very low, so the bridge had to be built a particular way so that the water could flow freely below the bridge. So you have to now address the issue of the approaches, both on MZOL side and the Bafeset side. I was told by the minister, Dr. McIntyre, last week when the cabinet inquired about the status of these approaches, that he advised the cabinet that the CTO advised him that the designs have been completed. So I'm hoping to get an updated report on this, written report on this before the end of the week, so that we can move to the tender process. So we'll be moving to the tender process very soon for the MZOL Bridge. But the design for the bridge was completed. The minister has advised me that the approaches have been completed by the design of the approaches have been completed by staff based on what the CTO told him. But once I get the final report, I will confirm this as a bid final. And once we do that, then we will proceed immediately for the tender for the whatever contract for the construction of the bridge. We go.
It wasn't me, right? Promises and more promises and more promises. Oh yeah, 14 more minutes. We have a stop coming up, Dominic. It gets more interesting by the minute, huh? Voices from the grave, they call it. Hello, talk to me, yes? Yes, please.
A suggestion came into my heart.
Your what?
My suggestion came into my heart.
In your heart, okay.
That, my mind was very good to it. That the people of the Paradise Valley, they are those living back estate to close to the river. I know an elderly lady, 90 years old. She said every time she has to fight she and her granddaughter and their children have to be running. So what I'm suggesting that people like Paris William that are making blocks. I'm not. It is hard with him to everybody. He could donate them certain amount of blocks. While those are overseas, could donate some money for cement and some other little things. And those are, land that can thing put together that they would be able to generate some money. And the people in the Paradise Valley and other people that can come in to help and to build the world for them. Because if they have to wait every time the world coming, that is something like could made days before. You doing something, others join. And I am saying that Paris William could give them, he will not lose, God will bless him. Give them some blocks and let the people, some other people donate cement and these things there and run some work for the people so that they could be alright. And I want to say in that same place, they call it the other place there,
Paradise Valley, yeah.
Paradise Valley, the other one. Where the Several was living there. The President Several was living there. say
MSOL, yes.
yes, there are people that are very high in authority and educated, and they are there, and they have money too, and they say would not even say nothing about the wall that overhanging over them. If that wall go down, where it is you are going to run. It is not for only. It's for the there are people that have money there, and they self could do something too. So that is my heart going out to that. So that's what I'm saying.
Right, caller. She's saying that the people, basically, the people that live in that area should get involved. 449-309-596 and 97. Hello, let's see if we can take a few voice notes again. We have 12 minutes. Yes?
That's the only prime minister in the world that Mamo training so much in his life. Everything they're talking about is Mamo training. That's crazy, man.
High risk areas, vulnerable communities, lack of emergency response mechanism, no mitigation. That's a former fire officer. He'll talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Matt, I've been listening clearly, and Matt, when I hear statements like this ludicrous one by this lady just a while ago, I feel compelled to call. When we begin to absolve the government of their responsibility, we are taking ourselves back into slavery. It is the government's responsibility to ensure that we have the infrastructure in place. Dominica has made enough of money that we should be walking on streets of gold, or passport money are everywhere. So why should all the benefits go only to one area? I am certain that when you have all those rich people where Prime Minister has his $64,000 mansion there, then they don't have a problem with those things there because they prioritize those areas. Why should the people of Emsol and Affected or anywhere else in Dominica have to put money or buy blocks to build walls to do anything? It is ludicrous to hear a statement like that from supposedly intelligent people. Whole government responsibility, and that is where we say elections have consequences. When you vote in a parliamentary representative who is not doing your will, you pull them out of the house like was done in Nepal, right in the house, pull them out on the streets naked so that they will know what they were elected into office for. Not to take their responsibility and say you're going to buy blocks and contribute blocks. It is ridiculous to listen to that, man. Have a good morning.
Good morning, good morning. 449-309-596 and 97. Why should people, themselves get involved? I mean, government is the one responsible for taking care of the people's needs. 449, this personal contributions to building walls, as somebody says, it's ridiculous at this time. Hello, talk to me. The huge sums of monies paid to Trinidadian lawyers for trying to persecute Lennox, Thompson, and others on the bogus incitement charge for 7 years could well have built the Baptist wall. Someone said the river wall. Waste of money. No priorities. After 25 years, how can somebody... I heard the voice at the start of this interview. It was so go. Begging for the wall in the MSOL Baptist area. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. So go. Hi. God bless your soul. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you. Morning.
But Matt, there's a lot of things the people of Dominica have been waiting for that was promised by this government and not coming true. But Matt, we have a situation in Dominica where our young people, Matt, I always on the ground, and I was speaking to people concerning the development of our country. And the feedback I get in from our young people is most of them saying that they're not going to reconfirm and they're not going to register to vote because they're not interested in taking part in Dominica politics because this government have destroyed the young lives. But Matt, I believe we have a problem. The young people looking at it wrong. They need to register. They need to reconfirm so that they can vote this government out. Saying that, or you're not going to reconfirm, or you're not going to register, and if you leave all you want to leave this island and go, because it don't have nothing for all you, not going to fix the problem. The only thing that's going to fix the problem is the young people of Dominica need to vote this government out. Let this government know that all you not satisfied with the way this government is running this country. There is no future for all you. He have destroyed the future in Dominica. He destroyed our sports department. He destroyed our farming department. He destroyed our social department. He destroyed our housing department. He destroyed every department in Dominica. This government destroyed it just because they want to give people hand out and they want to continue winning election in Dominica. So I want to send a clear message to the young people. Stop saying that or you're not going to register. Or you need to register, or you need to reconfirm so that the next general election, or you can take this government out. Matt, do you remember when Roosevelt Skerrit was on a platform in St. Joseph and he said he was going to give the ministers and them a certain amount of money to take care of all different constituencies? Matt, do you remember that?
I remember, yes.
Matt, does that happen?
I haven't seen it happen just yet.
Now, do you remember one of the ministers said that when any young person that reached the age of 21 going to get a certain amount of money to start any business they're going to start? Matt, do you remember that?
I remember. Everybody remembers that. Everybody remembers that.
Matt, how many of our young people that can call this morning there and confirm that they get whatever was promised to them on the 21st birthday? None of them cannot call because it never happened. Right now, I want to ask the Parish of St. Joseph, Darren Lloyd, what is it you have done for the people of St. Joseph from the time you became in power in all the slap election? The reset all you do there. What is it you have done to better the life of the young people in St. Joseph? Sustainable development in St. Joseph, so that the young people in Dominica can point out and say, you have done that. In the benefit.
Are you saying that things have gotten worse in St. Joseph?
Not what you call it? Not the only person who profit in that is he himself, Darren Lloyd. He's the only one, he's the only young person that can say something happened for him. Because he bought his mother's house. He run his mother's house. Right now he's building a big fence around it in Sultan. So he's the only one that profit. No young person cannot call it to build a house under Darren Lloyd. None of them cannot tell you they have a good a good job under Darren Lloyd in St. Joseph. Every time it never happened to us. It happened to us under Calvin Arrow. It happened to us under Addis King. It happened to us now under Darren Lloyd. Every time they're going forward, they're telling us they're going to better the life of the people of St. Joseph. And it's getting worse and worse. And you're telling me everything you talk against it, they're telling you because you don't like the government. But let me tell you something. You see me, I will continue to liking this government. I will continue talking against them, and I will not stay in silence. I'm a born St. Joe man, and I talk on behalf of my community.
All right, my brother. Oh boy, 449-3095-96 and 97, Dominica. We don't have too much time. Of course, we don't have too much time, but the phone calls are coming in, and we have a stop to make there. In a minute. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes.
Yes, I know for the morning, man.
Please. Okay.
What I was saying, Mr. What was his name again? Felix Gregoire. Yesterday making a statement, if everybody was thinking like Blessing, Dominica would be empty or whatever he said there. And to add insult to injury, when the young brother said, we are hoping Dominicans shall continue to make Dominica their base. Because the whole free movement of people, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the possibilities. Are you there with me, sir?
I'm right here.
If Dominica would be that suitable for business, employment, and, foreign people come in and do major investments, you're not seeing it, the investment in Dominica are invasions, the Chinese claiming to be investment, replacing the indigenous people where all the mom and pop business is. They had a supermarket. I pray that they open more so they can put those people that want to be there hailing hooray, hooray out of business, because a lot of people, poor people, they don't care damn about what is healthy, what is unhealthy or nothing. It's what is cheaper. So they know what they're doing. They closed the supermarket they had, and now every little business you see in Roseau selling inferior goods are Chinese. So I want to tell Mr. Crispin Gregoire and the other brother, oh, you're not thinking like...
Crispin Gregoire, you're talking about Felix Gregoire. Crispin or Felix? Felix Gregoire, please.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay.
Felix Gregoire. All you single-handedly destroy Dominica, and all you're not thinking anywhere close to me. So maybe you should take a page off from my book, because young people are frustrated. They're running out of Dominica. No matter to facilitate their departure, be like people disembarking a sinking ship, Matt, with that free movement of people. Because Dominica...
So do you support the free movement? That's a big question to you. Do you support the movement of people going and coming? Blessing.
Yes, Matt.
Yeah.
I do. What I am saying, Matt, if you can accommodate 1,000 people at your mansion, Matt, or 500 people, me that living in a butcher, Matt, you think I can bring 500 people at my home, Matt? If I want to follow Matt, should I want to be at par with Matt before I can say, yes, 500 people come? So I am saying Dominica is at its lowest end. And that would be just food, or that would be food or the facilitation of the transition or the departure to change the whole landscape and ethnicity of Dominica, because Dominicans will be running out of Dominica, and the Chinese and Roosevelt Skerritt and Gadakan and Tony Hayden, those who have, who haven't got, have got, and who haven't got have to run. So, Matt, I am just saying, presently, we should not join. We should wait to see if Skerritt going to do more damage or he's going to bring up the...
Well, I'll tell you what, Blessings, on that note. I'll tell you what. The horse has already left the table. We'll have more discussions in the near future as it relates to free movement, huh?
I listen to every word that
We have a stuff coming up.
you say that you want to build this plan. And how you let every Dominican do that. So many like you have come and gone.
We have an interview coming up with Dr. Kevin Dora.
So many taking me for a fool. Too many treating me like a mule. Polarization cause untold destruction in this little island. Mommy tell me the other time. Yeah, that is like from a stolen wine. I can't pay my bill and promise, I can't go to shop and promise, I can't take the bus and promise, I can't pay school fee. You could promise me what you want. You could promise me anything that you want. I can't eat that promise. Can't feed the child on promise. I can't eat that promise. I listen to your condemnation like a pastor in a church giving a fiery sermon. I listen to all your solutions and your constant utterance. You fix every situation. Nothing ever satisfies you. Nothing ever good at all in anything or nothing that is said to you is true. Cause you only see the world in them to call a shadow. See how low they could go. Where the road leads them to, they will never know. He said it should never die. He crossed the green on the other side. Promise, I can't pay I can't go to shop and promise. I can't take the bus and promise. I can't pay school fee. You can promise me what you want. You can promise me anything that you want. I can't keep that promise. Can't beat the child on promise. Can't pay school fee on promise. With integration in defeat, don't have the guts to even accept the fact that we got beat. Like in a cricket match. As soon as we get out, we run home with the cricket bat. Promises, all we ever do is criticize.
I suspect we're having some problems calling directly. So let's see if we can connect with Dr. Laura this morning.
Like as if we in a studio.
And a big workshop coming up.
No matter how much we run,
Dr. Laura, are you hearing me? We have to call you on the WhatsApp number because, of course, so we can't get through directly. How are you doing this morning, Dr. Laura? How are you?
Good morning, Matt. I can hear you clearly. Thank you for this opportunity.
All right. Good morning to you. Yes, the second in a series of workshops being held in Dominica by you. And what's happening? What's happening? Tell us what's going on there. I know I was at the first workshop. It was a very excellent one, and I'm hoping that a lot of men will participate. So tell me about the next. You said volume 2, series number 2.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me
That's
about
correct, Matt.
it. Okay.
Our manhood leadership workshop continues. This is our second one, and thank you again for having attended the first. Many people are asking for, do not wait for next year. Let's continue this even now, and so we are able to host another one on October 9th. And so it's going to be a very full day. A full day last time was a half day, but we have extended program to include a full day's worth of work. And it's a time for real talk, time for real brotherhood and networking and personal growth. This workshop is designed for relationship building, a time where men can talk, men can deal with the issues current to today. You see, Matt, when we lose the ability to communicate with violence, and as we can see the landscape today in our presence in Dominica, it's alarming, and thus the importance of the manhood series and its continuation to empower men to not only sharpen their skills and their abilities to impact, especially the young people. And this is the aim of this set of workshops that we are holding. So another exciting one is ahead.
So what is different about this workshop compared to the last one we had at the UE?
Well, this one, there are so many areas to address in our series. This one is going to be talking mainly about our mental health and managing emotions. But we will have a session prior to that about conversations, crucial conversations. And when I say crucial, it really carries the notion of conversations where the stakes are very high. We have many areas in Dominica, ranging from the educational system, the sports system, the politics, religion, relationships in the homes, child care, mental health is a big one. And how do we, in a little nutshells, as we can say, this manhood thing is just a few men coming together, but we expect it to cascade into the bigger population, in that we are educating ourselves on how to hold those high stakes conversations among ourselves. And most importantly, Matt, the men who attend, like the one that we did before, are in almost like a training camp where we are going to utilize what we are learning to impact the youth. And I'll tell you a little later on in the program what our next the trajectory looks like for the near future.
Okay. Oh, this workshop will be held where? I know the last one was at UE. Where will this one be held?
We're going to hold this one at DAPD, the auditorium at DAPD. That's on Canal Lane in Goodwill. So, and it will start from 9 o'clock until 3:30 on the 9th of October. And it will be addressing a whole lot of issues. For example, we want to appeal to men to invest more in themselves, to continue to sharpen the saw. And when I say sharpen the saw, Matt, our made up of 4 dimensions, our physical, which includes rest and eating, proper eating. We will ensure that our men understand that, what our physical renewal needs to be. Then we talk about mental renewal. We encourage people to understand the importance of reading books, reading articles, attending a class, attending a training session. Also, when it comes to mental renewal, we talk about you need to question the realities around you. Be confident in questioning your beliefs, even. Stay curious, right? And then emotional renewal, we will be talking about that, where you strengthen yourself, your relationship. You spend time with your friends, and you stay away from those who drain your energy. You forgive people, and you forget the things that are weighing you down. And lastly, Matt, on the renewal side of things, we'll talk about people's spiritual renewal. Many people, whether they're rich or they're poor, they are lost. They are totally lost. Their souls are lost. Their essence. But you need to stay true to your values and question your values. And values can change. Principles should not change, like we said before. But your values, if you once had a value system that encouraged a vice or a particular way of life that was dysfunctional, it's okay to start now. Start your future self is awaiting you now. So let's start today. And these are the things that we are set out to talk about in our next in a series of workshops that we're going to do.
Logistics now. I know there are a lot of men listening and want, and those who came before would want to come again. How do they register to participate?
Okay. We are going to have something circulated very soon. Today's announcement was just an alarm that is coming, and the date October 9th. But we will have, and Matt, I'm going to engage some of the key players. We have a team of guys working on the ground for this workshop, and so they will be assisting in the registration process. But that will be announced with you on our next interview. But it's something that people do. I would like to also make an appeal. We want to increase the numbers. We have the capacity to increase the numbers. We have the resources, and so we had about 50 men last time. We are trying to shoot for 25 this time. Now, I would like to encourage the men who attended, who are asking for a second one, to encourage not only another man, but preferably a younger man to come along with them. And we think that while we are learning as a group, but we need to really see the impact on the younger generation. So everybody can encourage a younger adult, younger man to show up at the workshop. We think we'll have a greater impact globally. And then I just wanted to say, just to help defray the cost, we are not, we can handle it, but we are preparing for bigger things in the future. Just some of the costs. We just asked the older men, the men who attended before, to bring just $20 with them if they can, and to put in the pot to pay for some of the expenses. But we have some big events coming up very soon after this session, and it will include the ministry. We are in negotiations with the Ministry of Education right now to allow maybe a certain number of boys from each of the high schools. We were supposed to have that 2-day workshop this time, but there were some technicalities, so they asked us to maybe postpone this towards November or so. So we have a lot of, and then we are going to use the men that are attending this current workshop and the last one to be instrumental in conducting the future ones for the boys. So it's a very it has a view of continuity in its makeup, and so we are looking at a workshop that just, as I themed it, let's make man.
I found it very interesting. It was an eye opener, the last session we had there. And what are some of the stories that came that evolved from the last session we had with the men that maybe participating are wanting to participate again?
Well, the thing about it is, as of course, I cannot disclose some of the confidential things that
Yes,
were
I agree.
shared
I agree.
among them, but people had a chance to give their life experiences, good or bad. And we all were, some people were very emotional by what was shared, but they could identify with a lot of what was shared. Some people have regrets of not only how they were treated as a child, but also in their adulthood, their own fatherhood. You see, man, it is a privilege to be a man. It's a privilege to be a husband, a father. But that privilege, that position comes with a lot of responsibility. And if it is neglected, the blame falls on no one but you, the man, right? So a lot of the men that were attending would talk to me about how they regretted how they executed their manhood, their fatherhood, their husband role in the home, or just how they did not play out. And not because they did not want to, maybe they did not know how to, they were not guided properly. And so some of the things that were shared were, and some of that, as I said, some of them were shared to me in private rather than public.
Right.
But we want to continue making it a safe place where people can share, because for with each sharing, we have growth. People are growing. People are saying, "Wow, this is me too. This is my story. This is my experience." And I have been stuck for years, not knowing how to bust through this bubble. And so now this gives them a chance to really be a better man, a better them. They can start today. They can start at the very point, and it's never too late. You can reclaim your relationships or broken relationships with your constituents, with your daughters, your sons, and it's okay to hug your sons. It's okay to go back and apologize for things you've done, not only to your sons and daughters, but your parents. As men, we have caused trouble to our own parents, and sometimes we send them to their graves very disheartened, and we can make corrections to those ills of life and build better relationship. This thing is all about building relationship, harnessing good relationships, you know.
Well, Dr. Laura, again, I mean, I will say that if you did not go the first time, you should make sure that you participate in the next upcoming session with Dr. Laura, of course, a motivational speaker. Doctor, I should have asked that question first before we wrap it up. Tell the people who you are. Tell the people who you are.
Well, of course, Dominican, a Grand Bay man. Left Dominica a while back to pursue studies, and I've been in school, all kind of schooling. But my passion, well, I am a certified organizational change strategist. Basically, what that means is I'm a trainer. I train human development for better performance in the corporate world as well as as a life. I'm a life coach. I'm an executive coach, and I've worked all over the world doing life coaching, executive coaching as well. But I think I cannot leave my fellow Dominicans behind. I wanted to now use the talent and skills that God has blessed me with to impact my communities at home. And for the greater good, we talk about a better Dominica, building Dominica. Well, we all, especially those of us in the diaspora, we have gained various and diverse skills. Well, mine just happened to be in human development, and I would like to, like many other Dominicans are giving back, I would like to give back in that way. And I look forward to changing one man at a time, one family at a time, one home and one community at a time.
Again, Dr. Laurent, thank you for speaking with us this morning. Again, man, if you missed it the first time, you should make sure that you participate again. Thank you very much. And again, registration, I will talk about more registration when we talk the next time. How you can participate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and have a great day.
Dr. Laurent, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thanks.
It was an eye-opener there, the last session. Manhood session, eh? Men sharing with other men. some of their life stories. Make sure you participate. We can take a break, Dominica. We'll talk to Dr. Laurent sometime in the near future and learn more about the upcoming manhood workshop coming up.
And we listen. If you missed it, we're bringing back the Quartz Mega 3-hour flash sale this Thursday, September 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. only. Enjoy a massive 40% off store-wide on credit purchases and 15% off on cash purchases. 3 hours, one chance, huge savings you can't afford to miss. This Thursday, September 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. sharp. Terms and conditions apply. Quartz, bringing back home.
If you know your favorite store, dial it now. 612-1253. That's Mega Deals. You can rely on Mega for some real deals on name brand clothing, electronics. High quality, low price. We are a wholesale and retail store located in Calabishi, right on the main road. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram at Mega Deals Dominica. Like our page. Check out our stuff. Call us. Visit us. Would appreciate that. Come try it on. Love it. Mega Deals. Your one and only online and brick and mortar store. Mega Deals is also on wheels. We make it convenient for your shopping. We deliver straight to your door. Email us at info@megadealsda.com. Rely on Mega Deals for some real deals.
At Bloombox, we now carry an fully stocked in granola fertilizers. Urea 46%, great for leafy green. 15-15-15, great for all vegetables or young fruit trees. 20-20-20, best for foliar sprays and small vegetables. 12-12-17, great for tree crops or flowering vegetables and fruits. 12-24-12, root crop fertilizer like dasheen and white potato. 12-4-28, great for tree crops of flowering vegetables and fruits. Red potash for fruit trees and vegetables. All the fertilizers you need are available at Bloombox, located on Federation Drive, Goodwill, second property on the right after the Valley League Road. A one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
At Flow, loyalty pays back. That's why we're rewarding our customers with $400 in vouchers. That's like 5 months of your mobile bill in your pocket. Simply add mobile to your current home internet plan and claim your $400 in rewards today. Loyalty pays back. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing.
This year, the World of Creole Music Festival celebrates 25 years of rhythm, culture, and legacy. As part of our WCMF 25 radio series, Creole Headbit and Q95 FM pay tribute to a true Dominican legend. A former musical luminary, multi-talented instrumentalist, and genius, the late, great Fitzroy Williams of Exile 1. Homage at Fitzroy on Friday, September 26, 10:30 a.m. on Q95 FM, Q95 Facebook page, and YouTube channel. Co-creator of Dominica's first international genre dance Calypso, a master keyboardist, arranger, and cultural pioneer. Fitzroy Williams helped shape the sound that carries Dominica to the world. From Roseau to Paris, from the Caribbean to Africa, his music told our story, moved our people, and inspired generations. Join me, Ambassador Leroy Prince Wadix Charles, along with friends, family members, and well-wishers, and the big station, Q95 FM. We honor his life, his music, and his legacy. Because at WCMF 25, every note is a habit, and every habit remembers Fitzroy Williams.
Hello, Dominica. Yeah, we're here until 10:10 hour. Jollies is next. And I want to say, of course, just on the note here, Miss Alexis Elsa in St. Martin. If you live in St. Martin, somebody found your bag. And if you are hearing the message, anybody knowing Alexis Elsa, please call this number 276-733-33. Again, 276-1767, 276-7333. Okay? Alexis Elsa. I think we have an ID of yours there. Somebody found your bag. And if you can at this time, somebody might know you, please ask them to call 276-7333. Okay, thank you very much. Alexis Elsa, I think you're from St. Martin. So please, if you've lost your bag and you want to find it, please call 276-7333. Okay? All right, 449-3095. We have a few more minutes before we join Jolly's Pharmacy this morning. I will take your phone calls. There's an open line. Somebody says, I disagree with this lady. I suspect the lady that called and asked people to put their monies in trying to solve the issue in the Valley Emsall area wall. Our money is being wasted in sponsoring village feasts and fete every week while people are living in real danger. Somebody saying, we the people of Paradise Valley demand you sell the house of dark secrets and build our river wall now. I repeat, we the people of Paradise Valley demand you sell the house of dark secrets and build our river wall right now. So the Paradise Valley people are demanding that the wall be built after many promises. Hello, on the telephone. Good. Talk to me.
Good
Yes.
morning, Matt. How you doing?
Morning to you, my brother. How you doing? Yes.
Matt, I wanted to call Ambassador Felix Gregoire yesterday, but I did not get through.
Okay.
I wanted to whisper in his ears and to pass on that message to the governments, the various governments who passed their famous agreement of free movement of peoples between the islands. How do they describe that? Let's use a conservative figure, Matt, that we have 10,000 in Guadeloupe, in Antigua, in St. Kitts, in St. Barth, in Anguilla, in Sabre. I'm going up north, in Tortola, in St. Thomas. I want you to add that conservative number of 10,000 in each of those territories. What was it called? Was it forced movement? Or all of a sudden you get a new brainwave, a new idea you call it free movement?
and you are making it an arrangement right now. Partners, governments, before you were born, peoples were moving freely. How do you explain we have 100,000 Dominicans between Guadeloupe and St. Thomas? I'm not even extending to the United States, to Canada, to the United Kingdom. Our great-grandparents were moving to the United Kingdom in the 1950s. In the 50s, that's how Dominicans established in the United Kingdom. What was that? That wasn't free movement, or was that forced movement? So all of a sudden, you have this new idea.
So let me ask you a question, Peter. This time, do you believe in this free movement within only four CARICOM countries agree? So far, we have Barbados, we have St. Vincent, we have Belize, and we have Dominica. So these are the four countries that are now participating in this full free movement of persons within the territories. Do you support it?
But it has been established more than 50 years. I gave you a conservative number, 10,000 Dominicans in Antigua, in St. Kitts, in Guadeloupe, in Tortola.
But these people that you talk about, Peter, yes, I kind of agree. There's a free movement aspect, but you would have to get work permits. You would have to get documents to move to these countries. But now the only thing that you really need now is a passport, and you can go and stay for 6 months and more.
But the 100,000 Dominicans in the 6 islands north of us, I didn't even go to Barbados and Trinidad, south of us. All they did was move.
No, but Peter, they needed work permits. They needed work permits. Now they don't need that.
But it was established already. They never needed work permits. The Dominicans in Antigua, all they have made their life, their new living in Antigua, in St. Kitts, in Montserrat, in all the islands, in Tortola. What is this about? That's not new. Somebody should have whispered in their ears. Who gave you that bright idea? This thing has been ongoing before you were born. People move from territory to territory for better living. I call it the pressure cooker relief valve.
That's what you call it?
Yes, the pressure cooker relief valve. Because relief valve have been released. They're in Guadeloupe, they're in Antigua, they're in St. Kitts, they're in Tortola, they're all over. You want to count the United States? You want to count Canada, United Kingdom? We have an easy million Dominicans overseas outside. That's the relief valve. That's the free movement. That has been established for 50 years. What is so new about this? Brother Ambassador Felix Gregoire.
Well, again, based on what I listened to, and based on what you didn't have access to free health, free education to a certain level. So these countries are now saying, okay, pick up your bag and you can go to Barbados now. You have free healthcare. You have to a certain level. You have free education to a certain level. I don't know if that was established before. But again, we'll continue to have that discussion. I have invited the foreign ministry to come back and talk to you because a lot of questions seem unanswered. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Morning, Matt. Good morning, and how are you?
Morning to you, yes.
You're from Ali, okay?
Okay for now, yes. Thank God.
Okay. Matt, what Mr. Peter Karam is saying is true. In the 50s, when the people were going to England on the free boats they had there, the free ships they had there, they did no work permit. They just only go with their passport, and when they reach in England, St. Martin, St. Thomas, wherever they were going to, they will get work to do. So I don't know they have to come on the radio and saying about this and saying about that. Anyway, thank you very much.
You know, as somebody was saying, and I was just what I was trying to say to Peter. I lived in Antigua, but I had to pay $800 for a work permit. Now you don't have to. You don't need that in these countries: Belize, Antigua, Saint Vincent. If you need to move, you can move, and you don't need any work permits. And there will be opportunities for you, of course, for everybody within those 4 territories, huh? $10:04 is the morning time. While we may see maybe a few people come to Dominica, I suspect I think a lot of Dominicans seem to be somewhat skeptical, fearful that a lot of Dominicans will take advantage of the opportunity. Hello, talk to me, yes? Huh?
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Okay.
Can you repeat the number for the contact of the lost band? I know the person very well. Or is it at Q95?
Not a Q95. The number is 276-73.
276-7333.
7333. It's 276-7333. Okay?
Thank
you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Yes.
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt, smooth, delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt there. Vitamalt. Vitalize naturally. Distributed by Belfa. It's Safe Limited.
Just received Able Farm evaporated milk, delicious and nutritious, rich and creamy. Perfect for all uses, for drinking, for tea, coffee, cocoa, punches, juices, cooking, baking, ice pops, and ice cream, and everything else. Prices start as low as $1.55 per can. Able Farm evaporated milk, available in 2 varieties, each in 2 sizes of cans. Able Farm evaporated milk, available wholesale and retail at ESAR Trading Limited. That means nice, boy. ESAR Trading Limited, making a difference for you.
Milky milk, milky milk, milky milky milk. Milky milk.
Boom! Just like that. The jackpot gets bigger. Dominica, the wait is finally over. Match 5 is officially here. Will your 5 numbers be the lucky ones? You can win over $10,000 every Wednesday and Saturday. Don't miss out on a chance to win big every week with the new Match 5. Tickets are available at any DNL agent island-wide.
It's in the in our time. It's in the minute in our spot. It is nothing that sets us apart. Who we are. Get rid of all that keeps together going strong. No matter what we keep them going. Before we were born. It's up in the sky. Celebrate, come let your rhythm flow.
Auto Trade is introducing our very own mobile app. Yes, the Auto Trade app is here. From scheduling your appointment, request financing, checking our vehicle and parts inventory, to receiving personalized coupons and specials. Life is so much easier with the new Auto Trade app. Download the Auto Trade app from the Play Store or App Store today. Call us at 255-6800. Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Big news, Dominica! Fluid Center is now even closer to you with opening up Fluid Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at Do It Center Express, your partner in home improvement, now closer than ever.
There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of fear, a lot of suspicion as it surrounds this issue of free movement to start October 1. It's just a few weeks away. Anything you hear this government wants to implement, somebody says there's something hidden in it. And it always benefits the other countries. Dominicans remains in this struggle. I've invited the Ministry of Foreign Affairs again to, of course, explain further some of the advantages and disadvantages, if you will, just the challenges that we face with this movement. Let's take our final call and we'll move on to Jolly's Pharmacy. Hello, yes, I will talk.
Myself, I say good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to all the listeners here and in the entire world.
Thank you, sir.
Let me congratulate my friend Karam and the lady after her for pointing out what free movement is all about, as Karam said, and the lady. It's been going on for a long time. But my concern is, have we got the necessary infrastructure in place for this free movement? Let me explain to you. If you are inviting people to come over here, as you very well know, you must have the necessary jobs for them. You must have the housing to accommodate them. You have the medical facility to take care of them. If those infrastructure are in place, what is the point of inviting me here? As you very well know, Dominica's condition already in terms of jobs, housing, etc. So that is my main concern, really. And as the lady said, Dominicans started to go to England in the 60s. I myself went to England in 61 when I left the grammar school as a young boy. And I can tell you, when I reached England, I was a job within 4 weeks. And I have never been unemployed in Britain whilst I was there. There was lots of jobs about. So the point I'm making, if you are inviting people to come here, have you got enough jobs for them? Have you got enough housing?
Well, let me ask you a question off the bat, though. When you went to England in the 60s, as you explained, did you need to get a work permit?
No, because don't forget, Dominica was a colony of Britain. And by all standards, I was British. In fact, I'm British up to this day. Are you with me? So I am British. I am also Dominican, as you know. But I didn't have to get any work permit. I got there on a passport from Dominica. I had to apply. I had to apply for British. In fact, I was told to register for citizenship in England because when Dominica became independent in 1978, we no longer was under Britain. Are you following me, my boy?
I'm right here.
So the British government asked us, those of us who wanted to be British citizens, continue to register. You could do it by either registration. You could become British by registration because you're already British anyway, just to register. At that time, it cost £200. A lot of my friends did not apply to become British citizens. They said the money was too much. They didn't apply. So you could become a British citizen by registration, where you paid your £200, or by naturalization, etc. But basically, as a colony of Britain, we were already British. All you had to do when Dominica became independent is just to register as a British citizen. Are you with me, Matt?
I'm still here. I'm following your argument here.
So I was making the point that in those days I went on the opinion, big ships from Italy, I believe, And the point I'm making is, if people are coming here, whoever it is, make sure if you got infrastructure in place for them, that when they come, you can accommodate them. And by that I mean find them jobs.
So you basically say we don't have the infrastructure to accommodate anybody coming to Dominica at this point.
In my view, I mean, you live in the same Dominica as I do, you know what? We haven't got the infrastructure in place to accommodate free movement. And I tell you what the infrastructure is housing, jobs, medical care, etc., etc., etc. That's what I mean. So if you haven't got that, to me it's pointless inviting them here. If you put this in place, yes, I'll accept that, But just to give a little idea as to, what that means. And I said, luckily for me, when I went over in when I left the grammar school, I got a job in 4 weeks, and I was never unemployed throughout my time in Britain. I mean, at that time, you could leave a job today, and get a job tomorrow in Britain, I know it's different country, different standards, etc. But in those days, you could have a job today, you could tell the manager to where to get off. The following day, well, another job, man, Things are not as it is now in Dominica as it was in Britain. But just to give you an example of what the lady and Karam talked about free movement, Like I said, I hope If the people come, we can accommodate them with the necessary infrastructure in place.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I see where you're going there with this one. But let's take a break. We have Jolly's Pharmacy coming up next, and we'll of course be back. 1 o'clock.
Johnny's Pharmacy, the Royal Herb Blend of Oil of Ojas is like a miracle in a bottle. Fast acting, healing, soothing, restoring dry, irritated, uncomfortable skin, varicose veins, joint pain relief, lung decongestion, fights inflammation. Use Oil of Ojas to massage aching, tired muscles. These secret blended herbs has a soothing, mentholated, calming effect, reducing anxiety, boosting your vitality and your immunity. Induces deep, rejuvenating sleep. Oil Jazz. Bon oui, mais pour la peau chivée, inflammation, épaules, genoux, guapcha. Cultivez wings sur tapis glace. Split mais passez pour des danses. Oil of Ojas, proudly manufactured by Johnny's Pharmacy, trusted by families all over the world, and available on Amazon.
This morning feeling misty. I had the patience to call in sick, but I end up in Jolly's Pharmacy. Get and don't think I treat Jolly's fix up my immune system. Me feeling fit and strong, now I'm ready to work like it on any mission. If you see me, Jolly's Pharmacy is number one, Jolly's for you. We cater for everyone, Jolly's for you. The immune system, Jolly's for you. Yo, Dominic, it's about the box. Whenever I'm in town and I'm feeling down, I head to Johnny's Pharmacy. They boost me up real quick. Johnny's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Johnny's Pharmacy is bringing vibes to health with Health Vibes. Health Vibes. Each and every Wednesday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with your hosts, Trudy Kristen, and co-hosts pharmacists Jacinta Fagan and Leona Jeremiah. Education, information, and a bit of humor. And not forgetting lots of vibes. Johnny's Pharmacy is bringing health and vibes together with Health Vibes. So be sure to tune in each and every Wednesday on Q95 from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Johnny's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
Cause I'm on my way.
KFC delivery is here. Just place your order at www.kfcdominica.com, Facebook or WhatsApp 614-2633 and your order will be delivered to you. KFC, it's good.
Cause I'm on my way. Oh, and if the convenience will make a big difference, then you can trust me. Not just where you should be. That is JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shopping if the love if you're so shopping. It's a to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, JP Mega. The one-stop shopping, Dominica, nigga. You could be shopping and having fun. Shopping if I it's to everyone. What a happy place. Oh, what a happy place. But just click some more any item and you automatically qualify for discounts. Check us out at the Mega Store in Fongole where there's lots of parking on Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. JP Mega, the best family shopping experience.
Experiencing muscle pains? Use Ferrol Mentholated Rub to treat your joints and muscular aches and pains. Get relief from backaches, strains, sprains, and arthritic and rheumatic pains so you can continue your regular daily routines. Ferrol Mentholated Rub is also gentle enough to relieve coughs, colds, and nasal congestion.
Available at Jolly's Pharmacy and all our locations island-wide. Would you be missing the party this weekend because of that nagging cold and cough? Boost your body's immunity now by taking Ferrol Compound, a combination of vitamins and minerals to fight off coughs and cold, so you can be the life of the party again. Don't be restricted by those nagging coughs and cold. Take Ferrol today and enjoy the little joys of life. Ferrol Compound is for adults and children 14 years and older. Available at Jolly's Pharmacy and all our locations island-wide.
Introducing Johnny's Pharmacy, brand new website, www.johnny's.gm. It's your time to jump the line. Shop now at johnny's.gm and have your items delivered in the comfort of your office. No more standing in line. No need to use your lunch hour to shop. Hassle-free shopping, safe and secure. Johnny's.gm features rush delivery, 1 hour. In-store pickup, regular delivery, 5 p.m. Cut-off time, 4 p.m. It's your time to jump the line. Visit us at www.johnny's.gm. Johnny's Pharmacy, leading the way in healthcare.
What you're looking for is at the best price. What you're looking for is at the best price. Best price.